I'm here with the doctor because I'm still sick, and I just wanted him to reiterate what he just said.
Okay. Hello, whoever you all are.
Get closer. Yes.
So there is an emerging problem that we're having in society all over the world, actually, and it's called chemtrail lung. There are more and more respiratory conditions that are showing up because of the toxic chemicals, heavy metals, gases, virus particles, and other things that are being sprayed across the atmosphere, especially in this area, because Palmdale Airport is a source of a lot of top secret activity that takes place. And there's also a lot of still breathing of fracking gases from Porter Ranch and the other surrounding areas.
That's right, that big, yeah.
And also because of the topography of the way the Santa Ana winds blow in this area.
Right.
And on top of all of that, the smog. And on top of all of that, what we know about the amount of inhalation of mold and mildew in the walls of the buildings and things of this sort.
That's true.
So the combination of all of these things, plus the overuse of antibiotics.
Overuse of antibiotics.
Plus being in the cold and the flu season in general.
And how do you feel about the flu shot? I mean, I did not get one, and I won't ever get one. I don't believe in them. I know some people do. How do you feel about the flu shot?
I don't recommend it in general. There's a few categories of people who are most appropriate for getting them, but not every year, because so much of the time the true effectiveness and efficacy of flu shots is very, very low, and it's not necessarily that it's a benefit. It's a public health policy issue, but it is not necessarily a physiologic benefit to the patients.
Even though they want you to get one, and they say, "Oh, come on in to get your flu shot, get your flu shot." They encourage it, but at the same time, it could be a different strain that's coming about, so it could actually make it worse.
Yeah, well, we've been dealing with sub 30%, sometimes even sub 20% effectiveness of flu vaccines in recent years, 20%. And it's a guess as to what may be needed in the composition of a flu vaccine in order to get it ready for distribution, and then most of the time we miss more than we hit. So it's not something that as a public health specialist, as well as a primary care specialist and all, that I routinely recommend. I know that there's policies there, and I know that there's something called best practices. Right. But if you look at it more in general... He
said best practices, not breast practices. That's different. It's a whole other show.
So if you look at it in terms of what else people can be doing, there's a whole lot more that people can do to improve their health from a prevention point of view, and from a detoxing point of view, and from a proactive health orientation.
Be proactive, right.
As opposed to just simply relying on getting the vaccinations.
And there was somebody that was found in the Mississippi River who stood up in Atlanta. He stood up for not getting the flu shot, and he ended up disappearing. Well, actually, no, his body was found. So, we got to stop? Are you giving me the stop?
Wrap it up.
Okay, wrap it up.